Are Caitlyn and Tyler from Teen Mom messaging underage minors in the middle of the night to try to groom them? Or, and hear me out on this one, what if the supposed minor, the supposed friend of their child, Carly, that they were messaging this whole time, was not actually a minor? What if it turns out that this supposed minor they were texting was actually an adult located on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean? The creepy weirdo staying up until 3 a.m. sending messages wasn't Tyler, it was some rando in Europe who was trying to destroy his family. And no, I'm not talking about Jenna, the catfish that at least all the Teen Mom fans can actually admit is a catfish. I'm talking about the other one, the one people want to believe is a minor. What if I told you that the person leaking these messages to all of these bad actors like E, like the cancellation subreddit, like Tiffany and Michelle, what if I told you that person was completely lying this whole time? And you know, I really have to give props because Tyler, the guy who is the victim of this catfish and the guy who blew a giant hole in the adoptee community with all this drama, well, he put on his detective fedora and he actually figured it out. Because as you can tell by these screenshots right here, the catfish was 6 hours ahead. What does that mean? Well, it means the catfish was in one of these purple countries in April, in May, and the entire time in between. If this is Carly's friend, how is Carly's friend going to high school on the East Coast and in Europe at the exact same time? I'm done here. I'm not interested in the Teen Mom drama, but if you're a Teen Mom fan and you want to know more, Melissa, aka Adoptee Thoughts, is going to put out a comprehensive video going through everything, talking to Caitlyn and Tyler, and getting their perspective on all of this. It should go without saying here, but the catfish deleted a lot of messages from the conversation before leaking everything, and the internet really doesn't understand what actually got Caitlyn and Tyler so worried enough to actually get involved with these catfish to begin with. Those two have their crosses to bear, and I'm sure they'll get into it with Melissa, but I would argue the people who have the biggest crosses to bear in all of this are the people constantly spreading false information without verifying it, perpetuating a months-long smear campaign against Carly's family of origin, and constantly speaking directly for Carly at all times throughout the entire process. Hate mobs are attacking and harassing anyone who has so much as spoken with Caitlyn or Tyler throughout all of this, and some of the biggest perpetrators in everything are adopted people. This drama has driven a giant wedge through our community and jeopardized genuinely good projects that people are working on, all because of their association with Caitlyn and Tyler. And to the people who have been fanning the flames of this for weeks, I ask you one question. How does any of this serve Carly?